still not profitable because we are expanding heavily in countries like Jakarta, countries like Indonesia and the Philippines. So we project to break even sometime this year, but the reason we raise money is we want to spend this money to grow more, so it means we can still be in negative. So in our kind of company, if we want to slow down the growth, it will automatically profitable. It will immediately profit. If you don't grow anymore and stop it, let's say if you, if you want to have a good financial ratio, from my point of view, we shut down everything and leave only Thailand alone, then our financial ratio will be very good. But if you want to grow and make the top line much bigger, top line revenue much bigger, then we need to invest more and then grow. Because once we are in usually first and second year of a new country entry, will always be negative because we are building up the team. Second question of whether we are going to raise another round. In fact, we are raising another round, a much bigger round. Because we think that consolidation is happening, and we would like to, we would like to become a shark sometime. If we can acquire some other company, a smaller one, it will be good, so we can grow our size bigger. So we can withstand the foreign entry, or we can withstand a larger player competition. But at the same time, we are not saying no to people who is knocking our door and looking at the opportunity. So we have to keep both sides open.
How did you, when you started, especially when you started, how did you track the team? Where did you find them? Why would they work with you?
Oh yeah, very bad. Like for example, like my office, I show you my office, custom office, right? I call them for the interview. When I ask them to sit down at my meeting room or meeting table, they refuse to interview and go back. So it happened a lot. So finally, you need to convince to the team that this will grow and this is going to really make a lot of money. But the best is I have to pay them nearly double the salary of the standard to keep them, because they think that I cannot pay this money. So every time, it was the case all the time. So at the time, usually before the end of the month, I'm really worried because I know I have no money. So I have to tell them that, hey guys, by the way, your salary will be delayed for 1 day. Please, forgive me. And then I have to rush and then, ask my wife to do the refinancing of the car and all that. Thanks for car for cash, we can. So at that time, today I'm really thankful for her. If she is another kind of girl, she may make me stop. But at that time, she goes all in with it. Nearly all her jewelry at one point is at pawn shop. It's really scary. Yeah, for me, I have a biology clock ticking also because I want my son to go to one of the best international schools when he is 4 or 5 years old. So it's like 5 years is my time. So I usually have no choice. So I'm like a little dog at the corner. So it helps. Special power came out, and because I can't feel it. And also another one is in front of the customer, I became very thin-skinned. So I always use a phrase, I somehow get the advantage of the disadvantage. Because I'm originally from Burma. So every time, in my Sasing classmate, every time I say, oh, I'm from Burma, how are you? My classmate will say, my mate is also Burmese. My waiter is also Burmese. So it's always inferior feeling is always there. So, and at the bank meeting, a 26-year-old guy giving CEO title, the banker really laughed out loud. You, CEO? No, really laughed out loud, and especially Burmese name. So what I feel is that I became extremely thin-skinned. All my shy are gone. so what happened is I keep selling and selling and selling. I don't shy anymore. I don't really care anymore. So I feel like, okay, I'm already inferior. I'm already disadvantaged. So what the hell? So sometimes being a disadvantage is good, because now that you are inferior, you need to work extra hard. So I will put in extra effort to not to beat them up, to become equal, you see, just to be on par. So that's how I deal with it. Kyaw Moe and what is his name? Kompong is leading 500 tuk-tuk, I think, with a few other guys. The gentleman from Hepper is also leading the charge. To be frank, I don't really get involved in the Thailand startup. In fact, I even don't get involved in Singapore startup for quite some time. Usually, I decline sleeping. I decline speaking engagement. This one is unique because it's something, and I will be speaking this Saturday. But I rarely come out, and I usually hide behind. Every time they ask me to speak, I will usually say I'm in that country or this country. It's not that. I mean, this is another thing. I mean, I forgot to mention, but it's not related to investment. So every time you are on the front page of the magazine, most of the entrepreneurs seem very happy and put on Facebook, and then But in fact, that's 5 minutes of fame. That's just 5 minutes. Tomorrow, someone else will be on the front page, and your name will follow that. It's not the revenue of the company. So usually, don't do too many of the PR engagement, because usually right now we have a PR firm because of our investor want us to do it. So our PR firm will make me do things that I don't like. For example, like 2 weeks ago, they made me speak with MSNBC, and I feel not good because I have to skip my work to go to there at that desk and get 3 minutes of fame. Now you have 5 minutes, and if they talk only 3 minutes. So I usually don't like this kind of thing. But going back to startup, I think Thailand startups right now is very vibrant, but not so much money is in the system yet compared to Singapore. Singapore raising seed funds is relatively easy. Even if you have a crazy idea, realizing your idea into a prototype or at least a product, they let you do it without too much risk. But probably, I mean, Thailand, the government initiative is not there yet, so that's one. But they are doing very hard. I mean, I really like CEO from Hepper doing a lot of things and then making everybody get involved. But like telcos are doing their job as well, like DIS and DTEC, and even True is doing it. But I don't know whether they have a hidden agenda or not. But in Singapore, telco driven funding have hidden agenda, and usually telco destroy startups. Let me give you one example. In Singapore, there are one good startups which is similar to Henry Goldberg, similar to what he's doing, acquired by Singtel with a lot of money, about 200 million or something. 200 million, right? Okay, so acquired by Singtel. After that, Singtel make that team develop stuff for Singtel. Their product no longer became like an independent. So it became a Singtel product, and then it became like they became Singtel in-house team. They cannot grow to full potential. Maybe they they grow and then they die, I don't know. If Sunda did not acquire, they might die, or they might grow into much bigger one, I don't know. But my point is, once the telcos, this is a reason for strategic investment, right? Once a strategy get involved, strategy has a hidden agenda to do their own things. And maybe Sunda has a really good agenda to develop this product as an in-house team, but it didn't come out well. So it was one of the story last year, I think. So if you are doing something, you should look at both Thailand and Singapore and a few other countries. Korea is doing very well. A lot of Japanese investors are coming in. So go beyond your border. It's 2 hours by the way.
Oh, that's to do with Singapore first.
Very easy. You go there, you set up a company with $2, and you have a company the next day. Yeah. You don't have to wait for now it's for shareholders, right? I mean, I don't want to say negative things about Thailand. I mean, I live here and Thailand make me who I am today. There's nothing negative about it at all. It's just that they have more friendlier setup. And Thailand definitely has a great ecosystem and customer base. But if doing business easier, I mean, Hong Kong and Singapore always interchange facility, one place in the world. It's not that Thailand is not easier. Thailand is also relatively easy, but they are much easier. Maybe I'll take that one next. Sure.
Cost to the entrepreneur for running an incubator?
Depends on the incubator. When I'm with Douglas, he invested the company. He really invested his money into the company, and then take a share.
Is it always equity?
Sorry?
Is it always equity?
It depends. So, but most of the time it is always equity based because they have to take you through a process. They need to sometimes risk their risk their name to carry you around. So they will do if they see potential in you, they will do everything they could to make you grow because they also have interest in your company. It's win-win. But make sure the percentage is what you're happy with because you should not establish a relationship and then you feel best forever in your mind, then you will not be able to work out. And I'm not recommending Douglas. You can go any Douglas is just one arch.
We'll take it offline.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.